Yo, what's up, guys? Today we have the Lanterns trailer reaction, and after the trailer, we're just going to talk about the current state of the DCU and how I feel about this project, and also with Supergirl. We couldn't really make a video on it. I was out of the country, if you didn't know, and I saw the movie. Wasn't a huge fan of it, but we'll talk about that later. We'll also talk. That's just why I didn't really make a review or anything about it. There's nothing to really say. But let's react to the trailer first.
It's time to get up, Junior.
So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just being trained. All right, new lesson. Take the ring and fly.
Just fly.
I'm sorry. Fly, please. What's that?
You're the backup quarterback.
For now. What do you think is going on?
It's no accident we're here. These victims are gonna end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. They can take the form of any species.
So it could be anyone.
He's gonna send an army to put you down.
Do you resent Pal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm.
Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
No.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
More.
How about a beer?
Okay. I really am interested in that trailer, I'm not gonna lie. Much better and much more interesting than the other trailers, in my opinion. Not that they weren't good, but they were just kind of like selling a different show, kind of. And I was still getting that vibe from this trailer just a little bit, but I got to see at least a little bit more Green Lantern-y stuff, and I'm ready. I really can't wait. There's a lot of stuff. I couldn't even begin to map this show out and have any theories, but the Manhunter stuff is huge, especially for like the DC's future. So yeah, that's my basic thoughts on the trailer. We're gonna talk about just DC as a whole right now. I don't think they're as bad as a spot. I think I'm very positive on this channel, mostly. I think I don't think that we're actually like need to be worried. They had a great movie in Superman. You've got the hat right here. Boy, I love that movie. And then we had a pretty lackluster movie in Supergirl. It wasn't bad. It was like the living, breathing definition of like a 7 or 6 out of 10. Like, it wasn't bad. We don't need to worry. It was funny and ironic that like DC was talking about, oh, we're not gonna do what Marvel does, and then second movie in, you do what Marvel does. And it's not a Marvel thing. It's just, I think it's a movie thing. Sometimes movies get rushed, and you know, I don't think it was rushed. I think it was they get rushed, they get edited. That's what happens in the Marvel movies a lot of the time. You know, I'm so excited for Spider-Man that comes out in a week, around a week, less than a week. And something that just came out the other day where they basically said that there was a cut of the movie that was as long as Endgame. I think the movie's gonna wind up being like 2 hours and maybe 20 minutes. So that's cutting 40 minutes out of the movie, almost 50 minutes out of the movie. And that's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know how could you cut 50 minutes of a movie? Like, that is crazy to me. But it'll be interesting to see, like, if Spider-Man's bad, then I'm definitely gonna be worried about what are those 50 minutes? What did they decide to cut? And I think Supergirl just decided to cut some things that they should have kept. They also were in a very tough spot because the way the comic unfolds is just like very different than how you would be able to like pitch this in a existing DC universe, where we can't just have a time jump. Kara has to be ready for the next project, which is Man of Tomorrow. We'll talk about Man of Tomorrow in a little because Jon Stewart is going to be in that. I think Hal Jordan is going to die. They basically said that he's his replacement in the trailer. I've heard rumors that he dies very early on into the series, which would be a very interesting take. But I've also heard it's set across like 2 different time periods and timelines where we jump like a couple years and go back and forth and get like background info. I've heard rumors saying that, so that should be interesting to see if that's true. Jon Stewart's definitely going to be our main Green Lantern in the DC universe when we get our Justice League. Speaking of the Justice League, Man of Tomorrow looks like a Justice League movie almost. We have Superman, we have Green Lantern, Supergirl, Blue Beetle was announced the other day. That was nuts. Very surprising to me. But I'm also very excited. I really like that movie. I think some of the Justice Gang from Superman last year are coming back. I'm sure Crypto will be in it. We have Brainiac. Super excited to see that. That's probably what I'm most excited for out of all of it, besides maybe just seeing Superman again. Back to Supergirl. I just feel like, and I really hope that they don't get the wrong vibe from it. I found it very funny that they said that they're not going to be like Marvel, essentially. And we're basically throwing strays at Marvel. But like I said earlier, they did the exact same thing. How many Marvel movies have we seen in the past, since Endgame? So 6 years, 7 years, where we said like, this actor does an amazing role and gives an amazing performance in their role, but the movie just, everything besides that's awful. Jonathan Majors, King the Conqueror. Say what you want about him, but he did a very good job as a king. And Paul Rudd, all the actors in Quantumania did good. They were just kind of given a crappy movie. The Marvels, Sam Wilson, Captain America, he's just been giving bad projects, and he does great. I love him, but they don't give him the time to just shine. And the same thing kind of happened with Millie Alcock as Supergirl, in my opinion. I think the project was just pretty lackluster. I've heard a lot of people saying it would have been better if it was just bad or good, but like it just is the middle of the road. Like, if I'm ranking every single superhero movie, I would put money that Supergirl winds up very directly right in the center. Like, there's so many things better than it, so many things worse than it, and that just kind of sucks. It's kind of disappointing in a way. You can't like laugh at it and be like, oh my god, this is awful. Kind of like Love and Thunder. That's how a lot of you guys view Love and Thunder. I see the positives in Love and Thunder, I like to say, but that's for a different discussion. I just really hope that the studios don't get the wrong message. Please keep on feeding us more Supergirl. The best parts of the movie were like the emotional stuff. I even kind of like the ending. The movie's been out for a month now, right? So we can spoil it. Where she kills. I got what they were going there. I don't think they could do what they did in the comics, of course, because it's an existing universe, is what I'm saying. I like what they decided to do, how they decided to rework it. But I think Lobo was a little too much. There was too much comedy, kind of. It was just not serious. It didn't do anything different. It was just kind of boring. And superhero movies should never be boring, in my opinion. What else is there to say? The best stuff, unfortunately, as a man, I hate saying this, the best stuff was with Clark. Everything Clark was in, very entertaining, very fun. That's not because he's such a better character than her. It's just the scenes are more interesting and we care more about him because I don't know. Like, I'm really kind of confused why we don't care about Kara and her story. But it was just like not too predictable, too unserious, too light for such dark topics. Human trafficking, like Krim was such a bland and forgettable villain. He's just a jerk and a horrible person. Like, Supergirl kind of needed to kill him, if we're being honest. He's way worse than he was in the comic, in my opinion. I think he kills more people in the comics, but he does way, like, worse, darker things in this. So, I don't know. Like, it's a darker movie than Superman, but it's a funnier movie and a brighter and more colorful movie than Superman. Also, the same thing that I was worried about in the trailers, which I kind of just let it slide. I was like, okay, well, it's early on. Like, they're going to make it more colorful later on. The movie never really gets colorful. Every single planet looks the same. Every bar looks the same. The most colorful parts are, like, the different suns that we go to and stuff. And some, like, the lights in the bars. But that's pretty much it. The planets look exactly like Nowhere in Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's just kind of crazy. But I have hope for Lanterns. I really was negative and low on the Lanterns trailers before this, but this one looked really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. Very happy with it, and I'm very excited. Like, I cannot wait to watch this. We have to talk more. We have to do a better job of splitting Marvel and DC stuff with this channel. But most of all, I'm just very excited for the future of DC. I'm not too worried about it. The MCU had Iron Man and Hulk. If we're ranking the 4 movies, Iron Man, Hulk, Superman, Supergirl, I'm going Superman easily. Iron Man, Supergirl, not very close. There's a decent gap, and Hulk. So DC's fine. I'm just worried more so about what we're doing with Batman and Wonder Woman. That's always been my worry with this universe, is why are we getting Clayface? We haven't talked about that trailer either. Like, I'm sorry, I'm sucking. I'm horrible. But we get Clayface before Batman or Wonder Woman. We get Peacemaker and Supergirl before Batman and Wonder Woman. We have no idea when we'll see Flash or Aquaman. It's very, very confusing. I'm not too big of a fan of how the slate looks right now. But we just need Robert Pattinson's Batman to come out with his movie, and then I think they're gonna focus on Brave and the Bold and have 2 different Batmans. I think that's the thing that we're guessing right now. But with the Batman being delayed again the other day into 2028, February 2028, kill me, dude. It's just the GTA 6 of movies, and I just hope it's okay. I hope it's good at the end of the day, and I hope we can just figure out, like, and put to rest what Batman's going to be in this universe. But yeah, nothing too much to worry about. I mean, I've given the MCU chance after chance after chance after chance. Even this Doomsday stuff, I wasn't a big fan of that. You guys can go watch the videos there. But I'm still giving it benefit of the doubt. I'm going to do the same thing for DC. They can make a mistake. They're not going to have everything be to the same quality and standard. That's the blueprint, but we don't always reach that, and that's okay. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and peace out.